called The Hunt for the Red Sacrificial Teddy Bear.
That's
Alright, let me talk. Shut up.
yeah, you got
Okay.
speaker priority, so
You have to mute my headset, man.
okay.
Does it really exist, mate? Days asked his fellow teddy bear enthusiasts. Of course, the red sacrificial teddy bear exists. They wouldn't just lie to us, would they? Straighton replied. Besides, if we find the red teddy, only one of us can get the Omega Gold Amulet. Why would you want it? I want to be #1 teddy bear collector, Deza shouted. Muna nodded his head eagerly and replied to both Straighton and Deza. Muna didn't talk. He was a billy goat with the strength of 100 cauliflowers. He was the backbone of their fearsome trio. He often carried the group and the fellow billy goats who accompanied them on their trips in search of teddy bears. Deza was an extremely skilled billy goat. He specialized in many types of teddy bear hunts. This particular teddy bear that the trio were after was known as the Red Sacrificial Teddy Bear. It was the only award to those who got extremely lucky, and many questioned its existence. However, it was needed in order to obtain the Omega Gold Amulet of Teddy Bears, the IFB Amulet, Irresistible Final Bear for short. Unstraighten was a billy goat as well, but he often had low self-esteem. He didn't value himself as highly as the other billy goats did, but he was happy to be along for the adventure. Muna pointed eagerly at the castle of Ogorov, jumping up and down. Yes, Muna, we will go do another mission to see if we will find the red sacrificial teddy bear, Deza said casually. But what if we get lost or we fail to pass Ogorov's trial for the bears? Unstrained replied. We have our secret weapon. Muna will carry us. He's the greatest billy goat. Can we at least get one more person to back us up? Sure, let's ask our billy goat family. And thus our narrator was brought into the fold of the story. As a new billy goat to their family, I had low expectations of myself. It didn't help that I was put down constantly as the newest member and most inexperienced. Unstraighten certainly didn't seem to appreciate me. I was scared that they'd make me the sacrifice for the red teddy bear, but I was determined to help. Let's ask Mini Stog, Deza exclaimed. Can we bring along Lamphtiok too? Sure. The two billy goats nodded in agreement as Muna nodded his head in happiness. They went to their secluded, super awesome mega sauce enclosure to talk to the rest of their family and explain their plan. When they got there, the rest of the family hushed. We listened to the plan with enthusiasm, and immediately 3 members asked if they could come as well. I want to come, Georgie exclaimed, and so does Dunty and Mimapney, it seems. Georgie added on as he saw Dunty and Mimapney were jumping up and down. Good luck, you guys. But I'd come as well, but I'd only bring you down. Master Map Weaver Iadal said as he heard their plan. We want Mini Stog to come as well, Deza and Unstrained said at the same time. Also, Mimapney, you're shit, but you can come, Unstrained added. The family laughed. But I felt like this adventure wouldn't be as grand as they were making it out to be. The team ended up consisting of Deza, Muna, Unstraighten, Laftionk, Mini Stog, George, Dunty, and Mimapney. We got all our best billy gear equipment except for Unstraighten because he was a cheap bastard. The rest brought their dice brews and dice boots. Unstraighten brought his lobsters. After hours of traveling through the city of teddy bears, we reached our first obstacle, the Cave of Legends. We had to jump onto multiple ledges of rock with abysses located quite inconveniently in between. Mimapney nearly fell a couple of times, but Muna and Dunty were there to catch him. Unstrained remarked after the ordeal that it was a good thing Mutes paid more attention because him and Deza would never have saved Mimapney. He also told Mimapney that he was shit again. Mimapney was from the awful billy goat continent known as New Jersey, so Unstraighten was partially right. Eventually, we reached the exit, but we noticed that next to it there were flowers laid beautifully with an inscription on top. We should stop and read this inscription, Deza said as he laid his gear down for a rest. It says, Here lies Mod Chris L, RIP 2015, George replied. What do you think that means, Unstraighten? I asked. It means not me shit. I feel like he was a very important person, Unstraighten replied. Yeah, let's go get Deza his red sacrificial teddy bear, laughed Teok, said as he clutched nervously at his Omega Gold IFB amulet. We exited the dangerous cavern and stood at the base of Ogorov's castle. I was sent to the door to knock when the others agreed they were ready. Nervously, I knocked on the door and waited a reply. Who dares approach the castle of Ogorov? What is your purpose? Of boom? Stop! legit, I'm not.
User in your channel stopped recording.
Thank you. Where was I? A voice boomed from the castle. I asked for the trial of teddy bears, Ogrov, I stammered. You are not worthy, but I will give you the chance. Do you have your tribute of gold? The voice boomed in response. I poured the huge sum of money required to start the trial of teddy bears into the door's opening. The immense door opened, and we rushed through. The lobby of the castle was immense, and it had a feel of foreboding to it. You will have to survive a test of endurance. Good luck. The air grew thick, and we huddled close together in fear. Suddenly, dust rained from the ceiling, and we noticed the ceiling was coming down. Oh no, the ceiling is coming down. Is this a test of endurance? We'll be crushed, Strain exclaimed in a panic. Muna made multiple strange movements. You're right, Muna. We have to hold up the ceiling for as long as possible. We can do it. This is our trial of endurance, Daisy yelled. We all raised
User
our
joined
hoofs
your
to the
channel.
ceiling and braced ourselves as the immense ceiling weighed down on us. We'll become Jill sandwiches if this continues, Unstrained yelled as he held the ceiling up. Mimnapney, you're shit! After what seemed like an eternity, the wall stopped weighing down on us and lifted up. Go now to the dining room and meet your host, we heard. Our party left the lobby in a hurry. We were not eager to have the ceiling come down on us again. We entered into the dining room and noticed an enormous billy goat of immense size and strength. We were in utter awe of his might when he beckoned us to him. Your first challenge of the Teddy Bear Challenge is to catch the red Jolly Ranchers. I throw at you. But be careful, if you are too close to each other, you will feel immense pain. I will occasionally throw blue Jolly Ranchers as well. If you want to leave this room alive, you will have to get the key from me without my noticing. Ogre pointed to the key in front of him. Let us start. He immediately started throwing out Jolly Ranchers. Unstraighten. Get his attention. Moon and I will grab the Jolly Ranchers, Daisy shouted. The rest of you lot, attempt to get the key. Moon and Daisy immediately started grabbing all the Jolly Ranchers that Ogorov had started throwing. They seemed in pain for each Jolly Rancher they grabbed. I looked around as Unstrained started dancing, trying to get Ogorov's attention. I saw a ledge conveniently located above Ogorov's head and used my mithril grapple to get up on top. Oh no you don't, Ogorov shouted. He threw a blue Jolly Rancher at me. The pain was extreme, and I fell from the ledge, but I was determined. I got back up and got onto the ledge and dodged a Jolly Rancher. Unstrained caught it, so he didn't fail the challenge. I waited for the highlight of Unstrained's dance and snatched the key. Suddenly, Ogorov boomed. Your teamwork has done well. Continue on to the next room. Psst, guys, let's call ourselves Team Oosh. We're doing great, Daisy said. That's a dumb name. Let's call ourselves Oosh Zone instead, Unstrained replied. Muna nodded in agreement, and it was decided. They were called Oosh Zone from then on. We rushed onto the next room. My next challenge to you all is to get through a series of rooms that connect to this one. You all must continue to catch the Jolly Ranchers, and one of you must dance continually as well to hold my attention. Beware, however, some of the rooms work differently than each other, and you may find yourselves in a precarious situation. Good luck, Billy Goats. Ogorov immediately started his
Buddy
barrage of
joined
Jolly
your
Ranchers.
channel.
How do we get into the next rooms? Daisy screamed as he and Muna began furiously catching blue Jolly Ranchers. I don't know, mate, Unstrained replied as he desperately tried to dance as hard as he could to maintain Ogorov's attention. Maybe we could get the fruit punch and throw it at him, I shouted. I ran to the fruit punch and threw it at Ogorov, and as it hit him, he seemed to stumble a bit, and then he fell. You passed this room's trial. Here's the key. We quickly grabbed the key and moved to the next room, where we all had to dance off against Ogorov, but parts of the ceiling fell, and after much struggling and dancing, we got to the next room. This dance-off continued for each room as the Billy Goats became quickly tired and their supply of dice brews and lobsters dwindled lower and lower. They at last stumbled into a room with an enormous fountain in each of the corners of the room. Here I will give you the penultimate test of endurance. Survive the barrage of red Jolly Ranchers and you will find your final dance-off to potentially earn the red sacrificial teddy bear, Ura boomed. Run for the fountain, Daisy screamed as we all ran to the fountain and dived into the cold water. Astonishingly, it saved us from death by Jolly Rancher. He did this 2 more times and then permitted us into the throne room. Get me to sit down in my chair on the opposite of this side of the room and you shall have your teddy bear. Maybe, if you're lucky, Ogorov boomed. As we started what we hoped would be our last dance-off, Moon and Daisy juggled Jolly Ranchers and helped us dance too. Eventually, Ogorov roared and upped his dancing intensity, throwing out purple Jolly Ranchers along with sending his fragmented blue Jolly Ranchers at us. We pushed Ogre off to his limit and got him to sit in his chair, although it took us 2 attempts as he got a second wind when his favorite song came on. And there it was, the red sacrificial teddy bear our group of billy goats had all worked so hard to get the chance to potentially see. Giza claimed it as it was connected to him, and Unstraighten learned a valuable lesson in billy goat friendship. Also, he told me, Matney, that he was shit all the while on the journey back to their enclosure. The end.
That was fucking horseshit. You get fucking word of that. What the fuck are Holly Ranchers, Jolly Ranchers?
What's a Jolly Rancher?
Oh, you don't know what a Jolly Rancher is? It's like it's a candy or a sweet,
Holy
as you would
shit.
say in your language.